afternoon, Minecrafters. This is Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. We are live at the North Pole City, the construction site of the North Pole City. Hello, I'm the Big Red 1967. I stream here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesday is this world, Friday is my hardcore world. So, welcome aboard, guys. I'm glad you're here today. Let me check my audio real quick. It's been my I'm kind of dragging today because my allergies are in full bloom, and it's like I've it feels like I'm literally drunk. I'm so groggy. I took my allergy pills, and I don't know. It's not kicking in. Whatever I took that allergy pill a couple of hours ago, it is not kicking in, man. And I got some sleep last night, so I don't know what in the world's going on. I don't think I got a cold or anything, so at least I hope not. But welcome aboard, guys. I'm glad you're here. We're going to try to put this platform that we're standing on, we're going to try to increase the width of this platform so I can start building the actual North Pole City from Polar Express. And behind me is a dried gas that we got on Monday. He's going to be my construction partner as we construct that area over there because I'm actually over the ground. And it's really difficult to set up certain platforms as I build the flying bridge. So hopefully my friend here is going to help us with that today. So anyhow, let's let me check the audio first off. Let me see if that's sounding good. Yep, sounding okay. And let's go over the National Day Calendar real quick. Oh, and before I get started with that, I noticed as I was logging in earlier, um, Minecraft has just posted a notification about. I don't know if I can get to it. I think I would have to go all the way out. I'll just let you know. So when you log into Minecraft, it's nothing bad. It's just that there's another game that you can play called Mob Maze, M-O-B, Mob Maze, M-A-Z-E. And I think the mobs are giant or gigantic and you're little, and then they're chasing you. So if you're into that, more power to you. Um, Looks like it's nightfall, so let me grab. You would think that the rain would actually help that dry gas get become an adult faster, but we'll see. Um, put this down real quick so we're not sitting in the rain the entire time. All right, back up here. Give him some moral support. All right. So let's check out today. Today is Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. If you're born today, happy birthday. You share your day with Frederick Tracy Dent, born this day 1820, general for the Union Army, and Samuel Jones, born this day 1819, major general for the Confederate Army. Willard Libby, born this day 1908, chemist who helped discover radiocarbon dating that is still being used today in archaeology and paleontology, called carbon dating. Bert Baskin, wow, born this day 1913, co-founder of Baskin Robbins. James McGow, born this day 1931, neurobiologist and co-founder of the Center for Neurobiology of Learning and Memory. Cal Ripken Sr., born this day 1935, MLB player, coach, manager, and later scout. James Booker, born this day 1939, born this day, pianist often referred to as the Black Liber. Excuse me, sorry, it took me off guard. I didn't realize this. So James Brooker was known as the Black Liberace. That's amazing. I did not know this. I'm gonna have to look up Mr. Booker. Ernie Hudson. Oh yeah, born this day 1945. One of the famous Ghostbusters. Award-winning actor who had major roles in Ghostbusters, The Crow, and Congo. Wes Studi, very famous Native American, born this day 1947, recognized for his roles in Dances with Wolves and The Last of the Mohicans. Uh, okay. Oh, Mike Mills, born this day 1958, founding member of the rock band REM. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. Let's see what else is going on today. Today is National Say It Now Day. That's never heard of that before. Let's look it up. It's a day to tell friends and loved ones how important they are to us by expressing gratitude for all the ways they've impacted our lives. With the year winding down, it's the perfect time to show gratitude to those around us for all they've done during the year. That's a good day. Today is also National Maple Syrup Day. I'm currently watching Luxthos, Luxthos, and he's in the heart of that maple syrup country in Canada. So today's Maple Syrup Day. Wright Brothers Day. Hey, there you go. Salute to the Wright Brothers. Today's their day today, December 17th. Let's see why today's their day. Um, hmm. Okay, so it says Wright Brothers' first successful flight was on this day, December 17th, 1903, near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. So today was the day the Wright brothers flew their plane, the first plane to fly. Well, the first well-known plane to fly that we know of in recorded history. So get out your Wright brothers planes, your maple syrups, and your say it nows, and happy birthday, folks, because today that's your day calendar, our national day calendar today, December 17th, 2025. We are moving on. Let's check the audio. Nice. Yeah, and Steven Spielberg's movie coming out in June, Disclosure is coming out, and the trailer is out right now. So check that out. I saw a little bit of it last night. Fantastic. Steven Spielberg has a way of making movies. I tell you, his stuff is amazing. Um, what else? Little bits of drips and drabs of Avengers Doomsdays coming out, leaking out the trailers. That's pretty cool. Um, Diablo 4 stuff came out, and what else? World of Warcraft, the home stuff, and of course, Mountain Mayhem, uh, Call of Duty, all these stuff. This is becoming a pretty cool Christmas, pretty interesting December. So, folks, get out there, dive in. There's a lots of Netflix, Stranger Things, all kinds of stuff going on. So get out there, check that stuff out. Um, so what we got to do today? Let me see here. While he is doing his thing. I really can't add snow to him until he gets out of that water. So it's going to be a little bit. But I figure it's a good investment. So if you guys haven't been here before and don't know what in the world I'm talking about or where I'm at, this is my approximation of the North Pole City from Polar Express. You have the actual train, the Polar Express, from the movie and the book, and it's an animated movie if you didn't know, with Tom Hanks, starring Tom Hanks. And here's the giant Christmas tree, and it's the city that's, of course, where Santa Claus and his workshop, all that's located. It's an elven city. Um, the tall Christmas tree is at the center of the city. The train rolls in from the ice caps and rolls into the city, and it's like an island on top of a giant ice flow. So this here is a mushroom island, and I figured it'd be a great. It's not too far from where my world spawn is at, and I thought this would be a great place to build a city. And I don't want to destroy the mushroom island because it has so many cows on it. I'm actually building the city over top of it, and then going to illuminate the island underneath, so that you'll have a 2-for-1. And actually, it's a 3-for-1 because in that area over there is a ocean monument under the ice. So this is a pretty amazing area right here. Drema Smith, you can check out her channel on YouTube. Drema Smith on YouTube. She builds different types of trains, and man, it's really cool. And what she does is she'll build a train in the nether and then the overworld and link the two. So when you go into the train, either in the nether or the overworld, you'll pop out of the same train at your destination, which is pretty clever. So I've been using her ideas for this Polar Express train. Pretty simple. It's just slabs Wool. It's pretty much, and then nether brick. It's not that hard, and of course hoppers for the wheels. So it's pretty cool stuff. And then this is the flying bridge, based on Bedrock Observer YouTube creator. Excuse me. I'm telling you, I got my allergies are kicking in, man. I'm gonna do this as best as I can today, but I don't know, man. I am so out of it. So this flying bridge is about 6 blocks wide. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 6 blocks wide. And if you go to Bedrock Observer's channel, look up flying bridge, basalt flying bridge, you'll see how to actually make this, and a shorter version than what I'm doing. And it's a combination of slime blocks, honey blocks, ice, soul sand, and lava. As a lava, so what happens is once I get this section put behind it over here, there's a series of pistons and observers. Once I push a button, it'll activate one piston, and that activates. It's like a domino effect. It activates all the other observers and pistons, and they keep moving in a straight line infinitely, unless you have an obsidian block on the very opposite end to stop all the pistons from moving. As that's doing that, it's activating these observers, and which activates these dispensers, which have buckets of lava in it. When the lava is dispensed, it hits the ice and the soul sand and creates basalt. So as every couple of seconds, you get a row of basalt blocks, and it keeps moving all the way to the other side. Excuse me. So if you notice the bridge at my world spawn, that's how that was made, was with this machine. Now that bridge has a rail on it. So how that's done is you have two extra pistons on either side that will actually pull these blocks up. So instead of having a row of six, you have four with a block on either end being pulled up to make like a railing. So I took away that, so you have a straight 6 blocks going all the way across. Now I was also thinking I could, once I get used to doing this and get back into the flow of making the machine, I could put another one next to it and then get into the middle and somehow push a button that activates both of them. So instead of having only six, I can get 12 at a time. But right now, just to get this thing working, it's going to be a miracle. So yeah, and that's why I went and got our Happy Gas, so that way I can use him as a platform to work on this. As you can tell, if you like, if I move this snow, it would trigger the observer. So it's very precarious. Not only you got to worry about not falling, but activating this machine at the same time. So it's very, it's very tricky. It's worth it, but it's tricky. You can do all this in creative. You can avoid everything I'm doing here by doing simply in creative. But where's the fun in that, right? It's the challenge. So where I left off last time is I'm actually moving this section over here, and I believe there was 3 blocks, and then I start putting in the pistons. So I must have put everything back. Darn it. Okay, let's see what's on my inventory here. I gotta catch up where I left off on Monday. Oh, and let me tell you what happened for me on Monday. So I have a 2017 Ford Fiesta, bought brand new in 2017. Knock on wood, never had really a serious issue, like a real bad issue. Never really had anything, you know, it's been good. Knock on wood, it's been a real, I'm glad I got that car. It's not something that, you know, I don't know, that I would probably normally buy, but I mean, for affordability, it's perfect, you know? And it was really a sound, it's always been a sound and dependable car. Well, I'm a full-time rideshare driver, and Monday night, after I did my stream, Monday night, went out, did my Ubering, had two passengers, and I live over by Tampa, and going through the traffic over by Tropicana, sea of cars, sitting in traffic, car by car, waiting our turn to keep moving, and I went to pull my stick out of gear, and it wouldn't come out of gear. My clutch gave out. So I had two passengers and myself, my car, a sea of cars, stuck in the middle of all of that and can't move. So it, I was stuck. That was about 6 o'clock Monday night, and it finally got everything done and taken care of by maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. But it was mind blowing of how I got out of that situation. So the car I found out was still stuck in gear, but I couldn't engage the clutch to get it out of gear, and I was pretty close to the next exit. So I was able to rev up, and I was a little bit of a downgrade, so I was able to rev up the engine. And please don't let me fall. Oh, you know what? This is sticky stuff. I'm gonna probably fall. This is not good. I'm gonna have to take that stuff apart and then rebuild it over here. Hold on. That's why I'm waiting for Happy Gas to get born. Okay. There we go. This should all fall. So, um, so I saw the next exit, and I was on a downgrade, so I could actually move my car if I revved up the engine enough so that the car wouldn't stall, because I was in a higher gear. And let me just make sure I'm in peaceful mode. So you can smell the clutch burning. It was horrible, and I'm moving. I wasn't interfering with traffic. Traffic was, I was flowing with it. Got on to the exit, got down to the red light at the bottom of the exit, and then now my car is not on a downgrade no more. I'm flat, and the light's going to about to turn green. And I got to get the car moving so I'm not stuck in the middle of that traffic. So I asked, and these fine gentlemen were they don't speak it. Well, the son spoke English. The father is Latino, and he didn't speak English. So the son was about in his late 20s, and we were just talking about how he used to be a pro soccer player and all this stuff. And I was asking them if they knew how to drive a stick, and the father did. So I asked the son to explain to the father what I was going to do was get out and push, and I needed him to to ride the clutch until I can get the car parked in a safe spot. And his son did. The entire time I kept saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." His son did. He explained it, and the light turned green, and we start pushing, and luckily the next light under the overpass turned green, and he kept going, and we had to run after him, and he was able to park the car. And at that point, I got them guys another Uber, and I had to call my insurance, sent a tow truck to me. But the only closest dealership near where I was located was not a Ford, not on the list that they gave me. So, so the tow truck was nice enough to drop me off at that dealership. I talked to them before they closed. I was right at closing. These people were ready to leave the dealership. I was like, oh my god. Then I had to get up early the next day, and I found out from that dealership there was a dealership that I needed down the street from them, and I had to get the insurance company to tow the car to that place, which is only a few blocks down the road. And now my car is being looked at, so I'm trying to. Hopefully, it's not a serious. Like if I have to get a new transmission, then that's going to hit hard. If it's just a clutch issue where I have to replace the clutch, it might not be that bad. I might be able to afford that. But, it's life. I've been doing this driving with that car with the stick since 2019, so I've been pretty fortunate. praying every day that I can keep doing it, and because I used to be a full-time truck driver, and I really don't want to go back doing that full-time. Because I got my mom right now, and she's my roommate that I keep talking about, roommate, and she's 81, and I really don't want to be out on the road and then find out that she had passed while I was on the road. That would kill me. That would literally kill me. So I'm just trying to spend as much time as I can with her, and she's like my last relative, so really don't want that stuff happening. So, but you can't, you can't. Life doesn't work that way. So, just hoping for the best, doing what I can. I might have to go get more scaffolding until my friend over there rehydrates. Okay, so I should be able to. Let me put it here before I do that. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Flipping, knew that was going to happen. All right, it's got to face into this, so I got to put it this way. There we go. Then the observer will go on the opposite side. I'm going to have to get a thing of observers. Let me go pick up that scaffolding before I move on. But yeah, I just, there's no reason for me to explain what's going on, but if you ever like wonder why I'm not streaming consistently and not streaming more days and stuff, that's why I try to let you guys know updating you what's going on with me, so this way you don't figure like why is he streaming, doesn't stream, and he's not up. He says he's going to be on these hours and he doesn't. That's why I let you guys know. I'll give you guys an update. In other words, that's why I'm updating you. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have have things going on in your life as well. And but yeah, okay, something's weird. I'm gonna have to look at that video because I think what I need to do is just put the observer behind that piston, and then the rest of it's going to be slime blocks all the way to the back. I'm going to have to pull up that video by Bedrock Observer because I haven't done this in an extremely long time. While I'm doing that, I'm going to stand over there by Happy Guest so he can, because you got to be in the same chunk when he's hydrating so that it hydrates fast. The clock for him to rehydrate continues. If you're out of that chunk, it's on pause until you're back in that chunk again. So while I'm looking up that video, figuring out what's going on, I'll stand over here. And the reason why I want him over here, because this is going to be really the center of the city, and I want his fountain to be over here. Usually the happy gas will stay in the same area of where they were rehydrated. If you ever dismount them, um, right? So I got YouTube, Bedrock Observer. It, the other thing I was trying to say too is the irony of it is like I know there's it's life, things happen, but my God, it's just ever since Halloween. I mean, usually there's a gap between stuff that happens in my life. There's usually a gap. It's not like constant, and since October, it's almost been constant. I'm like, what? Like, what type of karma have I done to deserve this insanity, man? I'm thankful because it hasn't been drastic, but man, I'm telling you, it's stuff like it's been crazy. In my opinion, it's just been crazy, but hopefully it's going to turn around very soon. All right, I'm going to grab a shut eye in a second here as soon as I pull this stuff up. Well, guess I'm going to Grabs his shut eye. He's got a commercial. So I gotta wait for the commercial. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. All right. Just bear with me, guys. I'm just watching this video for a little bit, and then we'll continue. Okay. So I did this in reverse. I don't know why I remembered it in the reverse, but I did. So instead of the piston, then observer, it is the opposite. It's observer, then piston. The observer is going to be facing the back end, and that's what causes it to update, which will then send a charge to the piston. So where I have the piston at, that's got to be the observer. Yep. And I think this will face, yep, exactly. So I got to put this in over here. Okay, so just make sure if I, right, so it's going to go like this. I got to go back down there and get my piston. Also, I don't know if you guys are into UFOs and all that good stuff, but Ross Coulthart, Rosscoulthart, he's got some good stuff. He's an Australian reporter that covers a lot of this stuff, and you can catch him on Reality Check on News Nation on YouTube. Um, he just was talking about this. I don't know if this guy's a scientist or a researcher, but his name is I'm going to probably get it wrong. Uh, Patrick Jackson. Patrick Jackson, and it's called. He's got a book out called Sphere, the Sphere Network, and it's in reference to the spheres, the metal spheres they've been finding around the world that are like possibly alien in origin that the people in Brazil have found, or South America and other parts. And he has a really interesting theory that possibly um, it's a network, almost like drones, a network of drones that are monitoring us. They've been used. They've been used. In his theory, they've been used to monitor monitor human activity. Um, and it coincides with what we would think of like poltergeist or ghosts. We always people talk about houses being haunted, areas being haunted. No one understands the activity and why it happens, and hear voices, hear things, tapping and hitting, and all this stuff. He's showing if you go on Jesse Michaels and if you go on Ross Coulthart, um, he goes into a whole thing about he took pictures. I guess he was investigating a haunting in England. I think he's English, and he was investigating a haunting in England. And in the pictures, in the infrared spectrum, I suppose, you actually saw where it was supposed to be a ghost or whatever. You actually saw that metal sphere Um, people take pictures of orbs and stuff. Well, if you take it in a certain spectrum, image spectrum, it shows up as as a flippin' metal sphere, man. And so he's thinking that what we consider hauntings, more than likely these spheres that have been monitoring us. And they usually travel, he says, in these packs. So there's, and he labels the spheres as different levels. Like one sphere might be like a type 2 or a level 3 or something like that, and then the other ones are type 2 or type 1. And how it usually works, he says, is the let's say they're focusing on an airplane. Okay, let's just use that as an example. You would have like a triangular, you know, the coordinates of a triangle, the 3 points. The center of that triangle would be the object they're observing, and then there will be another sphere away from it by itself. And he's saying that that network of those four spheres surrounding that object produces like a 3D image, and information wherever they're sending the information to becomes like a data report of what they're observing. And back in the 1940s, during World War II, a lot of pilots during World War II had. Oh, I'm doing that the wrong way. God, oh, God help me. God help me. What is going on with me today? Um, a lot of pilots had reported seeing, it's called Foo Fighters, and they would be these glowing orbs going through the plane and going around the fighter planes during World War II. And he's saying that these metal spheres were possibly the Foo Fighters. So it's a lot of interesting things happen right now. That things are coming out, um, connecting the dots, so to speak. You know, connecting the dots, and it's pretty fascinating. Really, really fascinating stuff. All right, so the piston should be facing this way because the back of it is what's being charged by the observer, so it has to be going this way. That's why I'm following this video. I'm still trying to grasp how this system works. It's like a domino effect thing. Um, so I think what happens is with this machine is when I push a button on one of these observers, it's going to cause the dispensers to dispense, and because of that, it causes it affects all the other observers, which affects the pistons. So these get pushed out, right? The pistons over there are going to push away. Then we'll be away. We will be disconnected from this section here. So what this piston does by this observer is pull the stuff back. So it's push, pull back, push, pull back. It's like an inchworm, and we're going to look at how an inchworm moves, kind of, or how you swim, like a butterfly swim. You well, I'm saying push and then pull, but when you swim, you pull and push. I don't know. I think you guys get the understanding. So now I got to put all those pistons on the other slime blocks on the other side. I got to push them. I got to put them here. I need to count how many of those I got to do. So let's go back over to the happy guest, and while he's hydrating, I can look at the video. But man, yeah, check out Patrick Jackson. Man, really. Some of this stuff, though, I mean, it's just like Graham Hancock. Like, I appreciate what they're saying, and and it's opening up a lot of things I never thought about. Sometimes they go a little bit the way how they're connecting their dots. I don't know, but I mean, the stuff that they're saying is 100%, man, 100%. It's really making sense to me. So, but in any case, give me a second. I'm gonna keep an eye on this video, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a little bit more of the puzzle put together. It's going to be, I apologize. Oh, so if you're wondering why this is glowing, these are end rods. If you go to the end, you have these lighted rods. It's the railing on the side of the engine. It's going to be a pretty cool city once it's finished and it's all lit up and stuff. It's going to be really cool. I should fly. I know. I know. I know. I know. I'm trying not to wear out my wings and stuff. It's not that far. All right. So I got to go 7 blocks. It's got to be a gap between here and this piston because once this pushes, it's going to push. It's going to make contact with this, and then that's how the. I don't know if you ever did. If you ever made dominoes, you understand that kind of concept. You have to set it up with a little bit of a gap before you start knocking them over and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Now I gotta put okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I come up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the fifth one, it's gonna be something. I think I'm gonna have to put I'm gonna have to get scaffolding. Somehow I'm gonna have to get scaffolding. This is not gonna work. I don't know if I can put scaffolding on this, but I need scaffolding more than I have here. So happy decides to get rehydrated. Where's my ender chest? Okay, I usually have extra bamboo and stuff in here. Let's see. Lots of elytra, right? So why am I worried about wearing it out? I know, I know, I know. Yeah, I guess I don't have my. I used to carry that with me. Well, I guess we're gonna go get some bamboo. That's over at the iron farm. There we go. Yep, it should take a. Um, well, let's see what kind of shulkers I have over here because I want to stack that shulker with bamboo and stuff. Let me see. I could use this. Oh, I'll be darned. Yeah, okay. I guess you guys were shy. I'm not. There's no one. I don't think there's anybody in my chat, and I know there's no one screaming at me right now physically. But I'm just saying. I can see people watching this video in the future, and they've been screaming, "You got bamboo in your in that shulker," and they've probably seen it like 5 times, and I totally blown that off. Okay, 1, 2. I need to go up a couple more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think he did on the fifth or the fourth one is, yeah, he did an observer. The problem, okay, that's the problem when I'm trying to follow these things. They go really fast. Well, it seems like it's fast to me. So really, he went up 3 blocks, and this is going to be on the fourth one. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, and that's where he's placing the that out. Put the observer, connect it facing this way, right? And then knock this out. There we go. Like that. Should be the third one, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, right? And then it's going to be sorry, just give me a second. 'Cause I'm trying to think to myself as I'm saying this. So I'm saying it out loud so I can understand. Give me a second. Yep. So he's actually connecting a piston. I just want to yeah, I think if I face, it's going to face me if I do it this way. Yes, I'm remembering. Okay, I'm just seeing how many. Oh my God. All right, let me watch the video for a little bit more. Hold on, guys. Yep. So this is going to be. Yeah. I have to do these over here. I'll show you. This here is what I gotta make over there. Hmm. So let me put a slime there so I can walk across. See, I gotta go. I already went up 3, and I have the observer facing upwards. And no, that's. Oh, okay, yeah. So I have to repeat that sequence over and over again. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly. No, I think it's just the. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's probably 7, but we'll see. It's probably might be 6 because I think it's going to try to get back to that spot. I think is what's happening. It's coming all along over to here. It's going to meet up. It's going to meet up with this right here. Let's try to do a couple of these and then check on happy. So I pop this in here, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I put the observer over this and repeat, rinse and repeat. Let me just check. I think that's exactly what I'm doing. sure you take that top one off, because once you take that off, it's going to send a charge, and then that'll activate. It'll activate these pistons. So be very careful when you play around with those observers, because it sends a charge every time you mess with the front of it, where the face is at, the face of the observer, that smiley face. If you make contact with another block on that smiley face, it sends a charge. If it's connected to a piston, it activates this whole machine. So be very, very careful. Very careful. What I did was, I think once I get this constructed, I set up an obsidian block, so if I make a mistake, this thing doesn't take off on me. But we'll just have to wait for a second here until I get this set up. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Oh my god. I'm in peaceful mode, but I can still die of fall damage. I got a totem of undying, but like I said, I don't want to mess with my wings if I don't have to, and I don't want to go through my totems if I don't have to. Ay. He's getting there. Once he comes out of the water, I think if I give him snow, he'll grow fast. I just can't do it while he's in the water. You see? He has to be out of the water before, maybe, let me see if I, no. Darn it. I check. Maybe I have to do it with the right hand. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Seriously. Oh my god. Don't tell me this is gonna start from the beginning. Oh, you're kidding me. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Yep. Okay, this stuff's getting really old really fast. All right. I think he's going to start from the beginning again, I think, the timer. We'll see. Ugh. You gotta laugh, my friends. You gotta laugh. Oh man. What else is going on here? Let's see. I think I just keep going. Let me see. Let me count how many of those are. I think there was like six or something like that. Yeah, it goes right up against. It goes right up against these pistons. You know something? I don't think I have these pistons set up yet. That's the thing that's missing. I don't think I have those pistons set up. So let me do a count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's going to be about 8 of those. Trying to walk across these things takes forever. So you got 1, 2. Son of a gun. Honestly. I really apologize. Wish I had music so you guys don't have to listen to the silence. But I'm streaming from my Xbox, and I'm not streaming from OBS. And you need a platform like OBS to be able to do multiple media type effects while you're streaming. And I don't have OBS. I just have Xbox. You can only do one thing at a time. I can listen to Spotify myself, but you guys won't be able to hear it. One, two. I gotta do 8 more of these. 3. Now I should be able to put a slime block there temporarily, but I'm gonna get around it. All right. Right. Just like that. Come down. Pop this. Pop this. Pop that. You gotta be at a certain position. Oh, see what I'm saying? Or it don't work. You gotta be like right up against it. There we go. Pop that top before you put the piston on. There we go. And just rinse and repeat. Lovely. So, I'm trying to think of anything else. Um, I think I had mentioned a while ago. I was going to do one of the days of Inktober, and I started it, and I just never finished it. I'm pretty close to finishing it, and as soon as I do, I'll post it and let you guys know. Almost done. I got time now. I have time now, and then I'll post it and show you guys. One, two, three, four, 4 more. Eventually, I'll get the pattern, and I won't just, and I won't pause. But until I get this pattern down, yeah, I have to keep second guessing myself. That's why I'm kind of hooked on Warzone and Call of Duty. There is a Easter egg that you go to a museum, and there's a little computer in the museum, and it flashes the paintings you're supposed to get the numbers from. And then when you get all the numbers, you come back to the computer, you go through the sequence of them showing the pictures that you need, and then it subtracts a number from that painting's number, and that's the number of the code. Once that's all done, that you enter to stop the gas from coming in the museum and killing you and unlocking the doors. And originally, like I watched Stone Mountain 64 do it, and I'm like, oh my god! And I tried it, and I'm like, how's he doing this without dying? You know? And I finally figured it out. And he was doing it because he plays on laptop or PC, and he types down the numbers and stuff. So I got out my iPad and I did it. And now I can do it without even using the iPad. I can do it in my head, which is pretty good. That's why I've been kind of enjoying getting addicted to playing it. One, two, three, four. This is going to be the fifth one. I guess it really doesn't matter because I'm going to run into this thing if I just keep adding. If I keep adding pistons, it's going to make connection with this main hub eventually. Anyway, which I want, so just don't want to fall off. There we go. Put this here. I'm gonna have to get some more slime blocks. I don't want to take the other one apart because I'm trying to use that as a model. Let's see if my book. Nope, of course not. It took 64 of those balls just to make 7 blocks. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I should be okay because I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll be alright. Darn. That's why it's good to have a slime farm. I'm telling you. Thank goodness you don't need slime anymore to make leads. Now it's just string. Before it used to have you had to have a slime ball, a string, then you would get a lead. Right. This is going to go in front. Okay. I think should have been higher. Oh no. No. Yeah, but see, this is the same height. It's one. It's on the third one. The third one has the pistons, right? One, two, three on the third block. It has the pistons. Something's not kosher. Yeah, see, like one, two, and the third one has the pistons. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I had 8 on the other side. So I got one, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five, six. Two more. Oh, crud. I missed my. Should be an observer on this one. Darn it. Let's see if I can. Alright. Darn it. I knew I was messing up somehow. Come bounces, right? I'm out of observers. Darn it. Let's grab some shut-eye real quick. Might have to take that apart to get the observers. I can take it from this end, I suppose. I can take it from the middle. That way I know. You know what I'm saying? I know the size of this thing. Or what it's supposed to be. That's what I was simply doing before, was taking it apart and then just putting it back together. But okay. Then put it here, like that. Take that off. There we go. Now we're back in business. this. Like that. I don't know. Something doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two more. I'll have to get another observer. How did I miscount? One. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, one more. How did I miscount? This should be the last one. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, it's gonna be one right there. Maybe they go underneath, maybe. Possibly. That. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. Maybe there is no block yeah, maybe there's no block in front of this. I'll have to wait. I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah, it would have to be. Let me find. Let me go over to Happy, and I'm gonna call him Santa's little helper. So we'll call him Helpy. And while I'm looking at the video, give him a chance to get hydrated. All right, bear with me while he's hydrating. Yeah, something's a little off from what I'm watching on the video and what I actually did over here. That's what I thought. These have to be at the same level. I can't understand where I went wrong. If I'm not, I really apologize. I haven't done this in a long time, so that's why I'm a little confused. If I'm not mistaken, this is where I ran into problems last time when I first built this machine because I'm following his video. And I don't know if it was his editing and he missed a step or something, but I see these three right here. Then you got row of these observers. These pistons are on top. They should be at the same height. The observer should be at the same height as these, I think. I see. I see. I think I might be missing something on these right here. I'm missing, I think, observers. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to figure out, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to figure out if this is supposed to be here or here. It's just trying to watch his video. It's kind of confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I think that's on the seventh one. It's not on the eighth one. It's on the seventh one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the eighth observer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's supposed to be on this one. Don't ask me how I'm how I'm noticing this. It's just something about the alignment. It's just not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting the observers. Then he went across by 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's on this one. And then put an observer here on top of this. Like that. Then you put the piston out in front of it. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Do you hear that click? I didn't have no lava in there. Ugh. That would have been bad. Alright. There we go. Alright. I'll get that top one. That's far away enough. It's okay. I'll show you what I mean when I hit this. You'll see what'll happen. See how the piston started? Well, at least you heard it. So make sure there's no piston in front of it when you do that. Unlike what I do. Oh my god! Look at that. Iceberg over there. Those icebergs are gigantic. Oh. Let me see. What I gotta do. I think I was trying to knock this off, I guess. Yeah. Now I gotta go down there and get that. It just fell. Like that. Two pistons. Then I come out with the green slime and the honey blocks. Which should line up with these blocks in front. So it's two. I think they gotta match what's in the front here, I think. Slime to slime, honey to honey. Oh, shoot. I'm going the wrong way. I was trying to rewind and I was hitting fast forward. Right, right. So honey to honey, slime to slime. Right, right. Okay. Let's go down to happy guest. Ooh, and I gotta get my. I dropped a scaffolding or something over here. Oh, maybe it's gone. Huh. All right. It's getting there. I don't know if. Yeah, I should have honey blocks. I picked that stuff up. So I got some on me. All right, let's grab these. This back with that. So slime to slime, honey to honey. Go up. Let me see. So I have slime on here, and then over like that, and then the honey's the same way. Oops, like that. Right. And then I go up two. The observer's down. Oh, well, observer's down. I think it's on the end, right? Right. Observers are going to go into this. Wait. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there. It just took me a little bit to figure this out. Observers go in the center. These are just building blocks. They're not actually part of the build. I just need that so I can stick the observers to it, like we did before. Like this. I gotta go grab another observer. Do the same thing. Then I'll get rid of those two blocks I put on top. We should be in business. Just to throw this out there, another one of my favorite YouTube content creators is Air Force Proud. Um, 95, Air Force Proud 95. Check out his channel. He does a lot of Microsoft Flight Simulator. He is hysterical, man. He is completely hilarious. So if you get a chance to check out his channel, please do. It's really funny. It depends if you like Flight Simulator. He does it in a way where it's not boring. Because I know if you ever played Flight Simulator, you got to go for a while until you get to your destination. But he edits his video so you don't spend the entire couple hours like you're doing watching me complete the trip, and it's very entertaining. You guys got to check it out. So it's Air Force Proud 95. He's got a great channel. Go check him out. Yeah, I love flight simulators too. It's just um, I don't have the proper system. I'm using my Xbox. You can play it on Xbox, but not to the degree that he plays and most players play. You really need a unless you have, I guess, the newer Xboxes, like the was it XS or something like that. It's possible to get a better experience out of it. But with the I got an Xbox One and it's a little behind, um, and the experience is not the same. But yeah, when you play the flight simulator, you really should get the proper uh, equipment when you're using it. But just to see what it's like, yeah, you can use whatever. But all right, put that in there. You should be good to go. In fact, yeah, this just I think that yeah, I don't have the pistons attached to it yet. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Hold on. Okay, then the piston's got to be attached to the front, I think. Let me just keep watching the video. And I'm watching Bedrock Observer Flying Bridge, Basalt Flying Bridge. Okay, just want to make sure he's using a sticky piston for the front. He is. They go in the front here. Hopefully I can do it without messing up. Yep, excellent. Almost there, guys. We are almost there. I gotta make this section over here on the side, and then should be running. I gotta put the obsidian down the other ends to stop this thing, and then we can activate it. 1, 2, 3. The third one. 1, 2, 3. The third one is right. Put this piston in. Oh, we're almost there, guys. Almost there. Let's go hang out with Happy while I look at the video a little bit more. And that should be a regular piston and not what I just put there. Let me just double check that before I keep moving on here. Yep, it's a regular piston. Okay. And I don't think I have any regular pistons on me. There we go. side of it. Like this. And then down. Just like I'm saying, that's why I can't wait for Happy to get born. Come on, dude. And down like that. Ooh, and then another one. Oh boy. Mm. It's gonna line up this down here. Shoot, this should have been a regular piston. Darn it. I saw from the video I was looking at it. Wait a minute, that's a regular piston. He must have changed it because before it was a sticky piston originally. This because you'll notice if you try to build this, you might run into the same problem I did. In his editing for this video, I'm talking about Bedrock Observer for the Flying Bridge. He basically, if you're following the video, exactly what he's doing, he edits the video without showing that he changed the piston from a sticky piston to a regular piston, just like I showed you right there. And I think that's what caused my thing not to work. It took me a while before I figured that out. And yeah, we'll have to move this to the other side. Right here. Whatever. Let's put a couple of these there so I know where I gotta go. I should go in front of it. Yeah, I don't have special enchanted boots to walk on the ice, so I'm like slow motion here. Okay, right there it is. I don't know how many. Like, well, it's got to line up with this block. These blocks, I believe. Hmm. Yeah, these. I don't know if I have enough. Let me see. Like that. Like that. Right? It's the same height. Yes. Interest. Oh boy. Oh my God. He does. He's so fat. Well, he knows what he's doing. I don't. Okay. I am so confused at this point. Holy moly. there's going to be a sticky piston that attaches to there, I think. Yes. Sticky piston attaches to here, like that. An observer is going to go into this. Back up and see which way that observer is facing. How do I get turned around like this? Okay. All the way out by the front piston. Like this. And then, if I'm not mistaken, he's taking out this one. Of course. And then putting in the observer here like that. Then sticky piston. That should be it. Yep, 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 yep. And that's this. Let's see where he goes from there. And I think he's adding at the very end of the build. He's adding on the extra ones to pull up the pistons, and I'm not putting that in there. So I think it's ready to be activated at this point. I just got to see where he activates it at. And I got to put the lava in. Excuse me. So at the very front of this machine, he adds a couple of more pistons to pull up the basalt. But like I said, again, I'm not doing that. It's just going to be a flat road. Okay, he puts glass on the end so the lava doesn't fall out. That I can do. I guess that's it. I think he activates that piston right there. Is the piston? Yeah, yeah. Is that one right there? Just trying to see if he puts that a button on it. Yeah, yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. Okay, so we're good to go. All I gotta do is put an obsidian block at the far end of where I want this to stop. And this, so the basalt's gonna come right in here if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. 6 blocks over. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the fifth block over, I'm going to have to put the obsidian. I don't have no obsidian. I could have grabbed that other one, but I gotta I gotta use the restroom really quick. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna stand by happy and we'll finish this up. Bear with me, guys. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to check some things. So it says for the dry gas to get rehydrated is 20 minutes in game time. And since I'm only over here a few minutes at a time and I leave the chunk, he hasn't been really rehydrating that fast. So hopefully when we go by here, He should be getting pretty close to getting done. Um, I have to see how long this machine is because it's going to end, and I want it to end at the bitter end of this platform. So we know these are 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is going to be, I got to go 13 blocks away from the end of the platform to put the obsidian. Two, it's really like a block lower than his platform. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's on the 5th side. Try to get that all memorized, right? Oh my god. Gotta get that obsidian out of there. Oh no, that's not obsidian. Oh, that was from another farm. That's not obsidian, that's nether brick. That was from another farm I did. Okay. So we gotta go 13 blocks away from this and a block down. And 5 over. Let me see if I have any blocks I can use. I could use the scaffolding, but the problem with the scaffolding is it only goes so far, and you gotta stack a whole other thing of scaffolding. Definitely don't want to use my leaves. Definitely don't want to use my leaves. I used to have a lot of stuff over here. Running out of rockets, that's for sure. Right. I'm getting confused with my other world where I have this thing full of rockets. There's the paper. I just need gunpowder. There we go. There's the gunpowder. There we go. Excellent. Put this all back. I try not to make too many, so that way I use up what I have. Try to be frugal. If I see a light in my inventory, I try to I'll blow right through it. So, um, I just can't get. Excuse me. I can't get over. I used to have tons of stuff over here, man. I just can't get over. I must have been using a lot of my blocks. Okay. Yeah, but you can't put ladders in there. Or scaffolds. Well, grab the mushroom stuff, but I just don't want to. I don't know what I was using it for, and I don't want to lose it. Okay, gotta go 13 away, one down, five over. Whoa, dude, 13. That's interesting, little island over there. We're gonna go one down. See if I can use my scaffolding to bring that up. Really? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Right? So, what you do, take out the blocks that you need to use. Oh, I should use the scaffolding underneath. Yep. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Go. Gotta get the crosshairs in the right spot. Like that. Now I can put the block down. And I gotta go 13 away from this. Then put the obsidian down. One. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Okay. One, two, three, three. All right, I'll mute until I get discounted. Yeah, I forgot the block of obsidian. Ain't that grand? Grab a little shell light so we got sunlight. Now that should work. I thought there was a. Oh, that's so bizarre. It's like it's hovering there out in. Oh, whatever. Darn. Let's pick up this stuff and we'll get the first official use of the flying bridge since I think 2023. I don't. I did this last year or 2023, but it's been a long while since I've done this. Been a while. Been a while. Let's take the boat and wait for the rest of the stuff to show up. Hey, Nautilus, man. that. Oh yeah. So what that island is over there, um, if I get over to that island, and I think if I go out that direction, I run into the raid farm. I don't know if you guys ever remember me streaming a raid farm on this channel, but the raid farm is located. You get on that island. Well, it's not an island. That beach over there, and you just keep going back inland, and you'll run right into the raid farm. It's not that far. Pretty cool stuff, man. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. If I can, I'll show you that little farm I made over there. What that was is in the Nether, I have a wither farm, wither skeleton farm, and my idea was, well, I saw it from a video, and you send the skeletons over here into a trident killer from the farm in the Nether, and that way you get more drops, you get more mobs. It's because you're going from chunk to chunk, so the rates are crazy. But I just couldn't get the thing to work properly. I'm just curious what's in my chest here. So this is connected to the wither farm in the end, or the Nether, and then allegedly the. Um, okay, why isn't this? There we go. And allegedly, skeletons get sent here, and you get like a large volume of skeletons, man. Because the way the game, the Minecraft game, is programmed is is what they call a mob cap. You can only have so many mobs in a chunk at one time. So if you could somehow transfer them out of the chunk, you can make a really giant farm. My friend, you are long. You take longer than I do, and I don't think that's physically possible. Um, so all I gotta do is put the lava in. Gotta get a button. Gotta get a button. Put the lava in, and I think we're good to go. There shouldn't be anything. I gotta get rid of the scaffolding. See if I don't. Okay, there's the button and the lava. Get rid of the scaffolding before I get started, because once this thing starts running, I can't leave it. Hopefully, I can get a chance to do this in a couple of streams, and I'll get used to the pattern, and then I'll expand the size, the width of this thing. Theoretically, it should work. I was trying to do that after the first time I ran this, but I tried to do it in one machine, and you can't do that. It's only six. It only allows for 6 dispensers to be operating at one time. So I'm thinking if I just make a whole nother machine next to it like this, which is a 6 blocks wide, I can get 12. And I think theoretically, if I do that, keep doing it a couple of times, I can get a whole platform at one shot. Man, that would be phenomenal. All right. So what I gotta do is fill these things up with lava, and then what did I do with the other sugar? We'll put this stuff in here for now, and let's grab the lava. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the button. Detach from this. That should be it. There should be nothing else attached to this machine. Okay, and wish me luck. Because if I mess this up, it's gonna start up. Okay, whatever you do, don't hold, don't ever hold lava while you are kneeling or crouched, or that lava will be dispensed. Don't ever, ever, ever do. I've done that. It's not cool. It's very, very uncool. You actually have to ride this machine. So once this machine starts, you got to stay on it until it stops, or it will break. go. I just got to throw the button up there. I believe it's this piston right there. I gotta somehow, I guess I put the scaffolding back. I have to find that sweet spot so I don't get knocked off this machine. Alright. I think if I just stay on here, I'll be okay. The button's going to be lost. As soon as I push it, it's going to break off. Here we go. Oh, I got the button back. Ha! We should start seeing the, oh no. It's not working. Wait a minute. It's working. It's working. Maybe, no it ain't. No it ain't. It stopped. Son of a gun. See if I can grab a piece of obsidian to stop this machine. There we go. Something happened. I don't know what happened that caused that to do that. See if I can go out here. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Where it just goes bad, you know. Get ahead of it. It should stop it. There we go. Now I got to figure out what stopped it. Lava should be in there. No, the lava's gone. What happened to the buckets of lava? Don't tell me this machine don't work no more. It produced those two rows right there. Yeah, the buckets of lava are gone. It's like it glitched out. That's crazy. I wasn't on there for more than 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to look at the notes and see if there was an issue with this machine and the newer Minecraft updates that usually causes these type of issues. Grab a little shut-eye. Yeah, I lost all the buckets of lava. Completely gone. Let me just check that machine one more time. Make sure that the lava's not sitting somewhere. But the only way the lava should have been was right on this lower platform, not above it. It should be like right in there. And all these don't have any lava on them. They're all empty. The machine's working, it's running. Maybe I'm missing observers. Maybe these gotta have observers attached to them too. But all the buckets are gone. So they all were activated. makes sense. All right, give me a second. I'm going to stand over there by Happy while he's hydrating, and I'll review why this thing ain't working. Okay, he did put an update in it when I started this Monday. When I started this Monday, I did notice he put an update. Who I'm talking about is Bedrock Observer, the creator who made this machine. Um, he did already post an update before I started this. I just didn't understand what he was talking about. Now I do. So apparently, you just add another observer in here, and the whole thing should work. I'm just hoping I don't have to extend the machine further than it already is. Go grab some slime to get over there. Oh boy. Yeah, it's going to be a whole patch that's missing, but oh well, I'm not rebuilding this whole machine. Oh my god, I used up all the slime? Are you serious? Ay, Alright, I'll just use this. Oh, I can make a snow block. What am I talking about? There we go. I got all the snow surrounding me, and I need temporary blocks to be used. Oh, there you go. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go get lava. Shoot. My God. Alright, I got that iron. I'm gonna have to go back to my. I might have some lava down that little base down there, and I need an observer. I'm losing my mind. I think that. Yeah, I can grab one of these over here. Yeah, when you need snowballs, you have to use the shovel. I keep forgetting about that too. I'll show you. Just like this. Boop, you got a snowball. You hit it with your hands, you won't get it. Or any other piece of equipment. So, no. That's a honey block. He won't let me jump. There we go. Come on, dude. There we go. So, right here, I gotta knock out this. I'm thinking, I'm hoping that's what he's talking about. If not, I'm gonna be kind of messed up. But let's see. And then put the observer in here. Because if this doesn't work, that means that I'm gonna have to put another slime in here and just make this go longer. That's gonna be crazy. Let's go down and get what I dropped. It was a slime. And I gotta go get lava. Let's go check on Happy before we go. I gotta grab that shulker too. My friend, you are taking a long time, Santa's helper. Um, go grab that shulker down here, I guess, and then we'll go grab lava. And you might be saying to yourself, "Wow, like, how did I work that out in my head?" Like, trust me, initially when I made the bridge over at World Spawn, it took me a few tries. A few. If you go back to that Thanksgiving, I think it was in 2023. If you go to my Thanksgiving project, 2023 was that bridge I made in World Spawn. You will see how much I grinded trying to figure out how this whole thing worked. And what stumped me, like I said, was this one thing Bedrock Observer had did in his editing in this video that he didn't include when he was just showing the video how to do this. He changed something and he didn't put a note or even explain like he changed something in the build, and I was stuck for I don't know a week or whatever trying to figure that out. That's why I'm kind of hitting the ground running with this because I've already done it already. Now, like I said, if it's either this is going to work or I'm going to have to extend that whole section a block, and then it should work. But then I'm going to fill all that stuff in that I missed with basalt. I could just go down into the nether here and grab lava. But it's it's safer. Uh, safer to do it the way I'm doing it. And it breaks up the monotony. This way you guys get to see some more of my. If you haven't seen my streams before, you get to see my world a little bit more of my world. There we go. And then I gotta put a sign so I know where this door is. All right. So this is world spawn, and the bridge I was talking about is that bridge right over there. I used that flying machine to actually make that bridge, and there's another part that you can build that or add to that flying machine that will literally pull up two of the outside block a block on either side of the bridge. So you'll have one, two, three, four. Like you have four, and then the ones on the outside get pulled up as it goes, and then you have a bridge with a railing. And you could build this in the Nether. Actually, anywhere you could build this anywhere because like in the Nether, there's lots of lava. You could build this literally in the lava river, but you just have to protect yourself if you're playing not in peaceful from gas. Because if you're playing in normal survival, gas are going to be flying around, and if they spot you, they'll shoot at you. So you have to kind of that's the challenge of building in the Nether is flying gas flying around spotting you and killing you while you're building this, and that's very frustrating. I've seen other Minecrafters do it. That's why I haven't attempted it yet. But like I said, that's why I do stuff in peaceful because I just don't have time to deal with that challenge. Might as well grab some shut ice. That'll help. They always go a little earlier than the sunset. So where we're at right now is the honor hall and the library we just went through. The honor hall is for anybody subscribing or following and watching me on YouTube and Twitch. And if I see your names listed when you subscribe, I'll give you guys a statue in the honor hall with your names on it. I also have a world download link for this world on my. If you go on my YouTube channel under posts, you will see a link to my download for this world. It only has my iron farm and the beginning of the nether hub, and then the rest is up to you. I just did that so that way you guys could download the world if you want, try it out on your own computer, and see if you can follow along. That's why I set up Discord. That way you guys, if you have any questions, you could ask on Discord, and you have all my YouTube videos to use as an example of how to do these builds. But that was the idea. That was the thinking I had originally. Huh, where's my buckets? I might have went already back. This right here, this is a super smelter by Shulkercraft. Shulker Craft, Craft. And holy moly, I guess where is my buckets? I had tons of buckets. Might be because one of the minecarts is stuck. And sometimes the minecarts get stuck underneath. Just checking these. Usually get stuck on these corners. The creator who made this super smelter is named Shulkercraft, or the team is called Shulkercraft, and they did it, I think, in Java edition. And this is I play on Bedrock, so the machine isn't 100%, but it does work. It really does work. There you go. That's why. Hmm. I don't know. Something is weird because that should have been my fuel cart and not my smelt smelted item cart. If you understand, if you can figure that one out. It's always something. Always something. Okay, put those back because I think that's the only. That should be the fuel section over here. Throw that down. Throw this down. Let's go. Okay, why am I stuck? Let me check to see if I have two mine. Yep, there's two mine carts for the items. So I have no clue why this had items instead of fuel. There we go. So when you put the fuel in over here, they carry the fuel to the furnaces. But if you go to Shulkercraft's channel, look up Super Smelter, and you'll see this. It's 64 furnaces operating simultaneously. This section you put in the lava or whatever you're going to use for furnace fuel. These minecarts will drop off the fuel and behind it here, behind the furnaces. That's where they're being dropped off. And the top areas where the items are going to be smelted go into. Just curious. Hmm. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times you need to shut this off when you leave the area. It's not guaranteed that stuff won't break because it's bedrock condition. Yeah, everything's missing. Oh, you know something? I think I've taken these buckets for whatever reason. I think I've used them for something. Possibly. That's why they're not here. So I'm just going to have to make more. Or they might be up on the top floor upstairs on another shulker that I had. I don't know. After a while, it just it becomes one giant blur. I don't know. I need at least 6 buckets. One, two. Okay, let's go for 7 because I always carry an extra bucket with me. All right, I'm gonna go grab some lava. Do I have enough room for a? Yeah, I got the. Okay. And I was using. Right, I was building the Fletcher house, and I was making the roof with these resin clumps. Right. Oh, you know something? They gotta be smelled. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. That's bizarre. Yeah, it just dawned on me. Yeah, they can't be clumps. They actually got to be bricks. I should have dropped off the iron, but oh well. Okay, let me open this up here. Go down here and grab some lava. Put it in here. I'll put the iron with this. There you go. I am so hungry, guys. It's getting towards the end of the stream. Once I get to the point where I'm starving, well, I don't want to say starving, but I get super hungry that if I don't eat, I can't think straight. Back in the days when I smoked cigarettes, man, I used to rely on the darn cigarettes. I guess it's a mind thing because that's not really technically that's not true, but because I was a truck driver and you got to you got an appointment to make, to drop off whatever you're hauling, and you don't have time to stop. I guess I'll just make another bucket. You don't have time to stop, and you know what? I don't want to get this all mixed up. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, let me drop this off here, and I'll just make another bucket. So I didn't have time to stop to eat or whatever. Sometimes, I mean, you have to stop to eat, but when you want to get to this, you can't stop. You want to get to that at the end of the trip. So I would just smoke to inhibit my appetite. And man, the more you smoke, the more you addicted you get to the darn cigarettes. And yeah, it was a vicious cycle for almost over 30 years of me smoking. But thank goodness I came to Florida, got into exercise. I've quit twice before, but the third time was the charm. Why can't I open this? Third time was the charm. Third time was the charm. And yeah, I don't smoke anymore. I feel a lot better. I like exercise, but the thing of it is, oh my God, food cravings. My God, yeah, I love my food. Long as you just do a little bit of exercise a day, a little bit, no matter what it, walk a little bit, you know, something, you can not gain too much weight. Because what it is, the human, our ancestors at one point, uh, you know, didn't have vehicles or they walked everywhere or they ran everywhere. So our bodies are designed to utilize energy for the amount of energy we produce. And if we take in more food than we exert, we build up fat. I mean, it's not funny, but that's the logic behind it. If you don't expend the amount of food you're eating into energy, it gets stored up in your muscles as fat, and you run into a lot of health issues. And so, if you maintain a little bit of exercise a day, you can keep up with that problem. Let's cross our fingers and hope this is the answer to why my machine didn't work. Okay, why? Oh, thank you. I have a jukebox. That's why you're hearing music over at the tavern. So that way it's always something playing, but it causes lag at the same time. I I think if I had a more powerful computer, I wouldn't have that type of issue. But I got an Xbox One, and I'm a little behind on the times when it comes to hardware. So it's just trying to. And I'm surprised I can get as far as I have, just like that my car with the clutch. If I took the darn car for to get it checked out every couple of years, I think I would have ran into. I could have caught it ahead of time, but I can only do what I can do. You know, I wish sometimes things could be different, or my attitude, or way I schedule things, but I can only do with what I'm presented with each day. And I try to do the best I can with what I got. I try to do the best I can without hurting anybody or losing my mind in the process. But sometimes it tends to work out. Other times, it's like I feel like I got egg on my face. But it is what it is, man. My grandfather upstairs in the great beyond is definitely shaking his head and laughing. But it is what it is. My grandparents were like my surrogate parents growing up. My mom worked all the time, and everything I am, what you're getting here on the program, you can thank my grandparents. They're good people, and my mom's family, they're good people. If it wasn't for them, man, it would have been a different lifestyle growing up. But thank God for my mom's family. I tell you, they add a lot to what I am today. So what was that? That was one of the national day events today. Is give thanks. Today is like show appreciation. All right, let's go check on Happy. See if he's finally up and about yet. Not yet, but he's getting there. Every couple of minutes. Look, he's getting happier. Santa's little helper's on his way. All right, buddy. Let's go see if we can turn this machine on. Let's take care of these. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. Oh no, I forgot about that. There's got to be a gap in between. Hmm. I hope this works. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I don't know. Let's just hope this is not an issue. We'll just have to pick up on the next day because I gotta eat. I can't do all this stuff without having food in my stomach. And I don't want to take away from you guys while, while I'm eating because what happens is, don't ask me why. I don't know why I get into this habit, but it's been like that ever since I was a kid. When I eat, I usually gorge myself to the point that I mean I don't overeat, but I eat really fast and a lot in a very short time, and then afterwards I get like super drowsy afterwards. So I don't want to have you guys wait on me to get done doing whatever I'm doing. I don't want to hold you guys up. So um, I don't edit these videos. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to get at. Because if I edit, then it wouldn't be an issue. I just cut that stuff out. But why can't I? Wasn't there stuff here that fell or something? I believe it or not, I used to be a truck driver, man, and I have no sense of direction. What the heck? There it is. I busted the thing. There was stuff sitting on these blocks, and now it's gone. Whatever. Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. There it is. The more, the hungrier I get, the goofier I get. Just like having allergies. I have a. I'm like a little flower. I'm very sensitive. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, that's all done. I just got to throw the lava in. Push the button. Hopefully this will work. It might not work because it's like I said, I replaced that piston block and that used to be 8. Blah 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 blah. You get the point. Okay, put these in here. Grab the buckets. One, two, three, four, five, six. Five, six. Pop them in here. Try to open this up with the other than the lava. There we go. There we go. There we go. It might be too. I'm missing some observers, but let's just go with this for now. All right. And I just gotta come up here and push the button. Really? That's why I push the mute button as much as I can. Okay, here we go. Cross your fingers. Oh, they gotta be that right. It's not making contact because I don't have a block there. Hopefully that didn't affect that lava. Wouldn't that be messed up? Okay, try this again. Yeah, that did it. That did it. Oh my. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just get a kick out of this. Yeah, it just ain't working right. I don't think. I don't see the basalt. I just see it. Yeah, it's just the lava's just sitting there. Yeah. It's probably because I don't have the 8 blocks. I'm getting a feeling I'm gonna have to be working from the other side. Ooh, my shulker. Ooh, that was close. I thought that got burned up. All right, I'm gonna have to go and turn this thing off. So I am gonna have to extend this further out, and I'm sorry, guys. I gotta eat. I gotta eat. And I hopefully the buckets are in. Yeah, the buckets are not in there. I bet they got burnt in the lava. The buckets. What I can do is pour water on this. I don't. Well, technically, let me see. There's one, two, three, four. I could. Let me see if I can make some buckets and pick this up before this gets destroyed. Put that over here. It's all part of the experience, my friends. Okay. I need 6 buckets. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully I can pick all this stuff up. Let's see. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's it. There we go. Rock and roll. back in here. I just don't have. I It's going to take me a while to redo all that. And if that don't work, man, yeah, I don't have time to keep readjusting and stuff. So we'll pick it up again next Monday. It's going to be Christmas next week anyway. Just check on Happy Guest or Santa's Little Helper. See how he's doing. At least now I know what I gotta do for the next stream. My God, rehydrate already, my friend. It'll be great to be using him next week instead of all this makeshift scaffolding. Dude, pop out of that water already. Come on. All right. So next stream, I'll just have to extend. I don't know. Pull this out another block, but it's got to connect. So I'll have to extend that one more block. Where's my button? Extend it one more block. This should work, and then reconnect everything here. But it might be an issue with there's no observers down below. That might be the reason why this isn't working properly. Maybe I'm missing observers because that stuff down there. I think that might be the reason. But like I said, every time I try to think and reason this out, my stomach, I get hungrier and hungrier. But underneath here, I might be because you notice there was only 3 observers connected to the dispensers, and the other dispensers didn't have observers. That might be part of the problem. And what happens is, since they're all not dispensing at the same time, the other, I don't know. That can't be true because all the buckets are gone. All the buckets are gone. So if there's only 3 dispensers working, there should be buckets left over, right? That's what I'm saying. I need to I need to have a full stomach before I work on this stuff. If I got more energy later, I'll come back to this, but more than likely, you probably won't see this unless I come back on the weekend or something. It depends on my car. I am so worried about what's going on with my car and stuff. I don't know. So I'm doing the best I can, guys. I really am. Let me see if I can find you guys a raid. This world will be back hopefully next Monday. If I can try to be back on the weekend, I will. But you probably won't see me until next Monday for this world. And then Fridays are hardcore. I'm starting a brand new world on Friday, so it's going to be World 17 this Friday. Uh, let's see if I can find you guys a good raid. And go from there. I think one of my followers is actually online right now. Let me just see. Okay, there's Aiden, Mr. Joker, Chili Mania, Little Devil. Well, I'm talking about Astrid. I thought she was on earlier, but I guess she's gone. All right, let's see. Let's go with Julie. Julie? Let's go with Julie. Julia. Let's see if we can get into her stream. Um, yep. Give it a whirl. See what happens. Nope. Can't go into her stream. Okay. Let's see. And I gotta watch out because some of these streams are for adults or whatever. Um, let's go with. I guess let's go with Gideon. Gideon Music. Check out his stream. He's doing block game, something like that. I don't understand, but looks like it's a looks like it's a decent stream. All right, we'll be in Gideon's room in a few seconds. You guys have a great Wednesday. We'll be back here on Friday, and enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Thanks for being here.